Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Suzerain and the glorious Republic of Swordland. We just came back from our speech in the Alliance of Nations. Let's see what's on the news. Lesbia shows evidence of Alexlandian missiles in Helioland. Chancellor Hegel's disgrace at Alliance of Nations. Missiles on Helioland. Okay, so not much about all the other things we discussed. CSP modernizes Swordland Navy. Our navy keeps getting better and better. Fantastic. Election poll results. Election polls show that roughly 16% of Charlotte citizens would vote for the USP. That is not great. That is not great. 16. That is so fucking bad. AN ambassador supports Swordland. Private meeting with Wiki. Mr. President, may I come in? Yes, David. First of all, thank you for your time. What's wrong? I want to ask you how are you doing? I'm tired. Sometimes you just want to throw away all the responsibility and escape, perhaps into the wilderness, perhaps to the sea. That would be nice, but I could never do that. Fortunately, men of power are bound by duty and their responsibility to the nation. What a privilege for me. I have the chance to watch my student grow into a fine and strong leader in my lifetime. What a privilege indeed. You tried your best to bring reform to Sorland that's valiant in itself. It's okay to feel frustrated by failure, but change unfortunately doesn't happen easily. You paved the path for future generations to follow, and they will remember you for it. Wouldn't be possible without you. You're too kind. I overheard a conversation the other day near a newspaper stand. It piqued my interest, so I kept listening. They were talking about you. They were calling you a die-hard millennialist. What do you think about that? They weren't wrong. My father, Arthur Wishy, used to say, always know yourself. It's good you know that you know. Yeah? It's good to know that you do. So, the elections are fast approaching. How are you feeling about your chances? Can't say. We will see. Uncertainty doesn't suit you, Mr. President. I'm afraid I have an announcement to make to you. What's wrong? After this term is done, I will be retiring. I'll be lying if I said I wasn't expecting this. I have been in this line of work for many decades now. I swore an oath to myself years ago. I would quit if ever I felt like I didn't have the physical capability to serve anymore. At that point, I would become a hindrance. The time has come, Mr. President. My bones are aching and my hands are shaking. My voice is failing. Besides, I am sure you can find a younger minister who is a little more full of life. Thank you for your service to this country. Let's hug him. He's a friend. Best of luck, Anton. Thank you. We are a hugs, President. Marcel Caronti endorsed President Rain. Good. We've given them enough of a reason to do it. Magnolia puts forward a bid to join ATO. Not great. Minority poll results. Minority voting groups have been very positive, especially from the bullish citizens in our country. What's on the news? President's impeachment trial date set. Shit. After weeks of preliminary hearings, President Rain's impeachment trial's date has been set. Oh, the Supreme Court that loves us. Great. Impeachment witnesses' reliability called into question. Obtain exclusive reports that cast doubt on the reliability of the so-called witnesses. Gee, I wonder who planted this fucking Marcel. Yeah, he's abiding by our deal. So, Lilia's Graf challenges Anton Rain. President to be dethroned. People's Front coming strong. Swedish Foreign Minister retires. Rumburg possesses nuclear weapons. AN puts forward motion in support of Swordland. Existence of nuclear weapons in Rumburg confirmed. USP Congress called. Friday afternoon in the office. Let's see. Lucian. What kind of problem? Some cabinet members said they wanted to speak to you urgently. They are in the White Room. Fantastic. You know what it's about? I was just told to come get you. What's going on here? We are here to let you know that we are handing in our resignations. Fuck's sake. Trying to sabotage me for the elections. It's not I, we simply cannot go any further after what happened. What are your reasons? Suppose we owe you an explanation. Even though you agreed you acted against the epidemic which saved millions of swords, I cannot and will not stand with your abuse of power. What abuse of power? The things you did behind closed doors shook me to my bones when the news came to my knowledge. You may have your reasons, Mr. President, that it is for greater good, but the same line of reasoning will simply lead to more atrocious actions. I will hand your resignation once our term is done. I have failed my mission as the Minister of Economy during our term. Instead of stopping the recession, we have made it even worse and entered the Swordist Depression. I blame myself for this. I couldn't offer you better solutions. I have proven that I am unfit to serve as the Minister of Economy in Swordland. I will resign at the end of our term. No, Simon, I am to blame, not you. I'm afraid things are already in motion. I have no choice but to accept your resignations. Fantastic. I didn't like the Minister of Health anyways. It's not looking great. Resignations, who's on Rain's side now? Is this how Bojo felt? Future of Rain's cabinet. Wave of resignation strike Rain administration. United Swordland Party Congress. This is gonna great. It's gonna go great. How are you feeling back here, sir? I'm worried about today. Sure you're going to win again, sir? No, I'm not, Serge. No, I'm not. Still don't believe how Miss Graff could run against you. She owed her position to you. She doesn't owe me anything. I only picked her to get conservative support. Still, I'll never bite the hand that fed me. Yeah, clearly. Good luck, Mr. President. See you on the way back. Thank you, Serge. Okay, let's do this. Time to face Lilias, it seems. Can't shake the thought of losing today. Lilias is a strong woman, but of course that might also scare a lot of conservative supporters off. If you do what you do best, you'll be fine. I wish I could be that optimistic. Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today in the 28th Congress of the United Swordland Party for the third leadership race in its history. On occasion of my 20th year in this party, I am honored to be opening this historic session today. The member of the USP will soon be voting on whether President Rain or Lilias Graff shall assume leadership going forward. Before we begin the selection process, I would like to invite both candidates to give very short speeches. First, I would like to invite Anton Rain, the 4th President of Swordland and the chairman of our party. Fellow members, brothers and sisters, together we have achieved a lot in the past 4 years. I know that our terms could have gone better. I took office to bring reform to this country. People wanted reform from us, so we did our best to deliver. But Lilias Graff and the old guard stood in our way. I believe if we stand together, nobody can stop us. But I'm here to do more, to bring meaningful change. Help me continue our fight to make this country great. What we have achieved in my first term cannot be denied. Do not fall for Miss Graff's lies. She betrayed our trust by leaving a very important office. Let's unite under this flag one more time. Miss Graff is a puppet of Tarquin Sol and the Old Guard, nothing else. And I will do the right thing. Elect me again and we can continue our great transformation. Long live United Sorland. No applause, I see. It wasn't half bad. I like your speech. It wasn't half bad. Oh, thank you. Thank you again for your speech, Mr. President. Now, I'd like to invite the next candidate to the stage. She's one of the most experienced and respected members of this party. We all know her from her accomplishments in archery and wholesword. And of course, I have had the personal pleasure of working with her in this administration. So I'd like to this opportunity to endorse her. Lucian. Lucian, how dare you? I trusted you. How dare you stab me in the back like this, Lucian? How fucking dare you? I urge all of you to vote for her, the future first female president of Swordland. Goddamn traitor! I trusted you, Lucian. Let's welcome the former Interior Minister of Swordland, Leas Graf. Fellow compatriots, it's an honor to be a candidate of leadership in our guarded United Swordland Party. Forgive me, this beautiful song always fills me with emotion. My opponent might call it that a weakness. I consider it a strength. It brings me hope to see all the energy in the Congress Hall today. But hope alone does not suffice. I don't want to listen to songs any longer. I want to sing them from the rooftops. What is it that you want, sons and daughters of Swordland? I'll tell you right now, you want a president who treats this office with the respect you deserve. You want a president who will stand bravely against the wealthy elites in their mansions, rather than kowtow to their every demand. You want a Swordland that protects its own, rather than letting foreigners who have no respect for our culture. You want a strong, united Swordland. And I am here to tell you that none of those things are possible as long as Anton Rain is in office. As those who rule the state become more and more alienated from the values that makes us who we are, and the deplorables who stand silent against this sink us deeper into quagmire and moral and cultural corruption. He tore his own wife away from her rightful place at home, fuck you, and forced her into politics in the name of women's liberation, and he did all of that without even managing to fix the recession. Swordage people are still suffering. He is a disgrace in the name of Tarquin Sol. We cannot allow him to taint the accomplishments of this party any further. She is going too far. Don't worry. Let her say what she wants, the results won't change. After nearly 4 years, the president behaving abominably against all advice, I had no choice but to tender my resignation. For I believe we could achieve much more, for I still believe the ideas of United Swordland. I appeal to you, to your innate sense of honor and dignity as Swordish people. Elect me as your leader, and I promise that, with the Lord on my side, I shall elevate this party and this glorious nation to the heavens. Mr. Rain, your time leading this country is tough. It's true. I am here to bring down the walls you built. Thank you, Morgana Vescore. Sure, I'll applaud. I got to applaud to make it look like I don't take this personally. Sir, you betrayed me. I'm sorry, sir. It had to be done. I assure you it's nothing personal. My loyalty is to the party in Swordland. What did she offer you? Solely on my own No. What does she offer, Lucian? Nothing set in stone until we see the results. Good luck. I trusted you, Lucian. I trusted you. You're such a valuable member of my staff. Thank you everybody for voting today. The results are ready. After counting every vote, we have come to a conclusion. The winner is Lilia's Graft. There's no way I survived this. Of today's leadership vote is determined to be... Oh, fuck off. Lilia's Graft, of course. Fuck. Congratulate our new leader and our next candidate for president. Shit. I'm fine. Sorry, you didn't get to be vice president for longer. I still believe we can work together. I gave up my spot as an assembly speaker. Hey, you got to be vice president. It was your job to rally the conservatives. And part of me always thought I'd be Sordland's first female president. It could still happen. Lilias isn't a done deal. What's your plan now? I will start my own party. Continue politics in another party. Call it the People's Party. I'll campaign as hard as I can to get elected again. If that's what will bring you satisfaction, you should definitely do it. But I will not take part of it, thank you. Yeah, I didn't expect you to. Oh, we are so fucked. Rain stabs USP in back, founds People's Party. They stabbed me in the back first. Graf victorious at USP Congress. Lilias Graf steals vote at USP Congress. Rain breaks from old guards, runs as independent. Let's have dinner at home. Hi, Papa. I give her a hug. We are a hugging president. How was school today? Won a prize at the science fair. I think they were teaching girls different stuff before because they knew we were smarter than boys. Oh, she's adorable. You might be right. Mama's in there. I've got some homework before dinner. Let's give her a hug. Seriously? You scream? What the fuck? You've been on edge lately. Why don't you go fix yourself a drink in the living room? I'll let you know when dinner's ready. Frank never took his studies so seriously. What do you hear from your brother these days? He writes me letters sometimes. Are we bourgeois pigs? Okay, I see that sending my son to the Soviet Union has paid off. Not if I have anything to do with it. Dinner's ready. Well, here I wanted to say something. The past 4 years have been hardest in my life. The past 4 years have tested the strength of our strength as a family. I was so busy focusing on the needs of the Swordfish people, I sometimes forgot about Sorland's most important people. I hope someday we'll be a normal family again. Should I run away? Once the election's over, I'm taking you both on holiday. I think you should quit politics, not just drop out of the election, retire. Yes, I have having similar thoughts. With everything that's happened, I don't think you belong in government. Every day you stay there gives your opponents more chances to smear your reputation and ours. They've been making fun of me at school because of you, Papa. You being president hasn't been easy on any of us. Maybe you could go back to the way things were before. I can't. I can't. I have to keep going. You never did know when to give up. Can we finish dinner now? Of course. Seriously, Monica? I supported you and now you don't support me? Betrayed. Betrayed. I am betrayed. On all sides. Hope is not lost. Communist, yada yada yada. Censors from the press, yada. ATO and CSP signal sanctions on Rumberg. Good. Okay, let's see what happens now. We're gonna lose this election. It's gonna happen. There is not one single thing I have not fucked up in this run. Uh, impeachment trial. This is gonna go great. Take a seat. Let's rise up. Court is in session. You may be seated. Call the case of the impeachment charges against the President of Sorland, case number 385372. This case will proceed as follows. Both parties will have the opportunity to present their evidence. The prosecution will be called upon first, followed by the defendant. After both parties present their claims, the court will present its final verdict on this case. This court now summons Lucian Galad. You fucking traitor. You fucking... At 2, Lucian? Didn't think you would stoop so low. I worked alongside Anton Rain for many years, and I have seen firsthand how he treats the office of president. Some of the orders he gave me were completely atrocious and utterly undemocratic. Unfortunately, I had no choice but to obey. The president told me that if I failed to carry out his orders, my life would be in danger. You lying fuck. You treacherous, lying little fuck. Objection? Its underhanded and criminal ways are certainly grounds for impeachment. Today I wish to clean my conscience by aiding in the removal of his rogue president from his post. I wish to present my evidence now. We all know of the tumultuous events that occurred at the beginning of our term. The killing of Bernard Circus caused a spike in political violence like never seen before. The conflict was exacerbated by both the young swords and the Red Youth. I believe the court will be surprised to hear that Mr. President has been secretly funding the Red Youth, the communist organization, illegally. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. You claim Mr. President has indirectly caused violence in Sorland by funding this organization? I do, Your Honor. I was personally present when the President attended the secret backroom meeting in Conriat. This meeting was with Marcel Coranti, the CEO of Heart of Sorland. He offered a deal to President Rain, an unlawful one. In return to special protections for the Swordfish government, he would effectively skew all major media in the President's favor. I begged Mr. Rain not to accept. Bullshit you did. Despite my warnings, he eagerly took the deal, the results all too apparent. Objection! I have provided the court with voicing recordings of said meetings. Fuck you, you cunt. You fucking cunt. This is all bullshit. Providing false evidence is a crime, Lucian. As all. This is bull. This never happened. He wasn't at that meeting. That fucking cunt. That's all the evidence I have to present to the Supreme Court today. Thank you, Mr. Galad. We will take the substantial evidence you have provided into consideration. You may leave. I'd like to have the closing word. This man cannot be allowed to be president of Sutherland. The evidence is clear, and we need to uphold the law. I have full confidence that this court will bring Anton Rain to justice. How long have you been planning this? Thank you for your time. All evidence has now been presented in the court. We will now proceed with the defendant. So, his testimony is the only thing. What do you have to say for yourself? Does it even matter at this point? I directly show that the President has refused the opportunity to defend himself. This court will now proceed with the final evaluation of the evidence before announcing the verdict. For fuck's sake. Traitor. Fucking traitor. That little conniving, treacherous traitor. The gavel was tapped 2 times, and Orso Hawker demanded silence in the loud room. After a long pause, he ordered everyone to rise. One of his retainers had handed him the letter with the verdict. Orso opened it and barely suppressed a smile. Knowing what was coming next, you felt that you blamed only yourself. Did the best for Sutherland no matter what. The next words you heard is hereby decided that Anton Rain is impeached from office. Crowd in the courtroom, the very same people who celebrated your inauguration, eroded in loud cheers. You thought about how you would go down in history as the first impeached president of Sutherland. The judge wasn't done speaking. For the magnitude of these crimes against Sutherland, Anton Rain is sentenced to life in prison. I should have run away, shouldn't I? The crowd cheered even louder this time. Security officers grabbed your arms and started walking you towards the door. As you were walking, you worried about the future of your family. The fucking traitor. Your cell was cold and lonely. The only decorations you put on the damn dark walls were photos of Frank and Diana. For a while, reading was the only thing you could do. After finishing the precious book sent by Monica, you kept yourself busy by writing your own memoir. Meanwhile, your family visits you at least once a month. Time flies in jail. Frank visits you for the first time in years, bringing along his wife and son. Good for him. They reminded you of your own family in better times. You held your grandson for the first time. He squirmed and started crying in your arms. Frank told you that he joined the rank of the Communist Party. Congratulate him. It had been months since Monica's last visit. In the middle of the night, the warden knocked roughly on your door and told you that you had visitors. Frank, his wife, and Diana were waiting for you. Oh man. Diana quickly turned around, hiding her face. Frank couldn't hold his tears anymore and told you that his mother passed away. You returned to your cell, numb and exhausted. Even passing seconds was torture. As you rotted away in this dark, isolated hellhole, lying down on your bed, you look at your belt and the metal pipe in the ceiling. No, I'm not gonna do it. spent the rest of your life between four walls. Eventually, old age caught up with you. You were discharged from prison to the hospital, spent your last moments with your family. As you took your last breath, grabbed Frank and Diana. I'm sorry. Frank and Diana started crying and hugged you. You could feel you were slipping away. Your eyes filled with tears and started to close, never to be opened again. And so Anton Rain was no more. This could have gotten better. At least we weren't. At least we weren't executed. That's a good thing, right? Right? Shit. Swordish reformist millennialism? $1.6 million people lost their jobs. 81% fewer maternal deaths, that's good. 8,222 people died to criminal violence. 15,440 people were arrested for their suspected ties to young swords. 86,450 soldiers became unemployed. More than 15,899 people with bloodish descent were released from prison. 3,899 legal cases were delayed. 1,340 women won a domestic violence case at the courts, and 403,380 girls were enrolled at secondary education for the first time. 81,340 companies declared bankruptcy. Private assets worth 5 billion Swordish Ren were seized by the state. All in all, I'm proud of this. I am proud of this, and I'm very proud of this. But I guess that concludes our first playthrough of Suzerain. One thing I would ask you on the comments, would you like to see a season 2? And if so, what would you like me to do? Do you want me to do a Solist run? Do you want me to do a Reformist run? Do you want me to do... I'm gonna call this my Idealism run, because I played it very idealistic. I played it how I would have played it. I wasn't trying to get any of the results. I kinda knew I was gonna land on the correct quadrant. No, joking aside, I knew I was gonna land anywhere here because that's where my own personal politics fall. But where would you... What do you want me to... If you want me to do a roleplay role, what would you like? Like a Solist role, a Reformist role, Capitalist, Vollenivist? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you so very much for watching. I have been Pope, and I will see you all next time.